Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving a very quick and easy tutorial on how I achieve my contoured highlight, thing. I think this is especially important because I'm a chubby face girl. I have huge cheeks. I have no sculpt or anything, like zero cheekbone, just all jaw. So I think this is important because I'm showing you how I get my fake sculpted look in my photos and look like I have high cheekbones and look like I have face structure. So yeah, this is essentially important because I think that contouring is generally easier for people who already have high cheekbones and a face structure, but I'm all jaw. I'm all double chin and jaw. So I'm here today to help my other ladies who are all jaw or half jaw or whatever, to get that sculpted look. So yeah. Oh yeah, follow me at MakeupAnge on Instagram and subscribe to this channel, please. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into it. First, I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation because this is usually what I do before anything else. And I'm using my Fenty Pro filter in 390 again because this is what I like, and this is, I don't know why I have this in my hand. I don't use that. I use this brush. This is a Morphe brush. Don't ask me the number because it came in a set, and I don't know. I don't think it has a number. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and conceal all of my problem areas, which would be like right here, because these are like, I don't know what's wrong with right here, but it's dark and it looks gross in pictures. So I'm gonna conceal right here because it's dark, and I'm gonna do whatever little few dark spots that I have first. So that thing. And I'm using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in medium beige, which at first I thought was too light for me, but it really isn't. Once everything is blended out and contoured, it balances out. And yeah, I'm just contouring, I'm highlighting all of the ideal places or points on your face that you would want to like stand out in a photo or something. And in whatever you're doing. And I got this from, this is e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I got it from Walmart for $4. And this is what I use to blend out my concealer. I don't use a beauty blender to blend out my foundation because I feel like this Fenty foundation is too thin for a beauty blender, and the beauty blender kind of just soaks all the product up instead of putting it on your face. But concealer is usually, not all of them, because I've heard of some very like watery concealers, but this LA Girl Pro Concealer is thick enough to not be absorbed by the beauty blender. It really sits up there. So in real life, you don't need this much concealer because the product just sits and moves around too much. So I probably could have used less since I'm using this beauty blender. But not right here, because this, for some reason, this little darkness I have over here is so hard to cover up. Like, I will do this sometimes with a little bit of concealer because I don't want it to look light down there, and I'll still be able to see the darkness. Like, it's crazy and it's not attractive, and yeah. Okay, so I'm glad it's over. Now I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty loose easy bake powder and kunafa or whatever this color is called, and use the same beauty blender. And it's really hard to get the product onto this little net thing without getting it like all over yourself, but I just tap it against the desk. But yeah, I'm gonna start packing this in everywhere. I'm going all the way up the side of my nose to kind of initiate the contouring part of this. I have powder all over my hand from tapping on this test. And I'm gonna put more right here to make sure that that darkness I'm trying to avoid right there doesn't happen. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit and go ahead and initiate the contouring. So, I'm using my Anastasia cream contour kit in medium. Pretty sure I don't know if they sell this anymore. Probably not, because I honestly prefer powder contour. I just hate this. It's so hard to blend for me. I prefer powder, but for some reason I refuse to buy the powder one since I already have this one. But I'll probably do that soon, cause yeah. But I'm using this middle color. Does that have a name? Chocolate. And I'm putting a pretty thin line. And depending on how like chubby your face is, you may want to put this higher. My face is pretty chubby, but I don't feel comfortable putting it up too high because yes, I want the illusion, but I don't know, I just don't want it to look like I have a contour sitting on my face. I want it to look like it's actually me, like it's part of who I am, and that my cheeks are really sunken in. So I'm afraid to like go up too high with it. So you want to frame your face I will only lightly go right here, and I have to put it down here because I have a double chin and just a chubby face in general, so this kind of creates a shadow illusion down there and makes it seem like you don't have the double chin. So yeah, and I'm gonna which one do I want to do first? I'm gonna wipe away my highlight first using just a regular kabuki brush. This is an NYX kabuki brush. It's number 2. I almost forgot to contour my nose. So as far as my nose, I don't take contouring it that seriously because my nose shape doesn't really honestly bother me. But I know some people want to make their nose a little skinnier. Just taking this, well, it's no special brush. I just feel like it fits my nose shape well. I'm pretty sure this is an eyeshadow brush, but I'm using it for my nose. And now I'm gonna go ahead and blend out using this. No particular brush. I usually use this for powders, but I'm gonna use it for my cream contour today because I feel like it works well. I'm going up in a circular motion because the whole point of this is to bring your cheeks up. And this brush already has product on it. I don't know if you can tell. Can you? Yes, you can definitely tell because it has a reddish tint to it because I use it and I don't clean it every time I use it. So there's already contour stuff kind of on this brush, which doesn't really bother me. And doing my face like this somehow helps me with the shape. Especially with this side, because this side of my face for some reason never turns out identical to the other side as far as my contour goes. Like, I can never put it in the exact same place, but as long as I don't take any straight on pictures, which I don't, and the reason that I don't do that is because if I take a picture straight on, I don't have any ears, and I really like, look, I have 0 ear right now. I really hate that about myself. So, or not hate, it's not that big of a deal. I don't hate anything about myself, but I don't like that. I really hate looking like I don't have ears, so I don't take straight on pictures anyway. So you'll never ever be able to tell in a photo that my contour is not in the same place on both sides of my face. Which, I mean, honestly, no one's probably is exactly perfect, but I feel like mine is pretty off a lot of the time. Okay, we're already looking nice and slender, like a skeleton. People who already have kind of a slim face obviously don't have that hard of a time with sculpting, but I got big jaws, so this was something that I was really afraid to ever start doing when I first started getting into makeup. I was like, I do not want to contour, because if you mess up your contour, then it's like, ew. And it's like, dang, I would have just looked better if I didn't contour at all. But I needed to. Like, my face is too chubby, and I feel like contouring kind of helps me to look my age, because otherwise people think I'm very young sometimes, and like not self-sufficient and stuff. So sometimes you gotta do stuff to make yourself look your age. Like, I at least want to look my age. I don't want to look older than my age, but I want to look old enough. Okay, we blended out our contour. I'm not gonna let this sit long, just because there's no reason to. It's gonna do what it's meant to do without having to sit there forever. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add some blush, because our highlighting and contouring part is finished for the most part. Using this Sephora Spice Market palette that I've probably used in every video I've ever made, because it just has everything I need. Like, I use this brown contour shade. It's kind of blush. It's pretty blushy, but I use it for contour pretty much every single day, because it just works for me, which is not something that you can say as like a black person for a lot of contour shades, because a lot of time they're still not dark enough, especially when they come in palettes like this. But this palette, this works for me. Like, I don't mind having a reddish brown contour, so, because it's like you don't necessarily need to do blush all the time if your contour is already reddish brown. So I'm gonna use the same brush that I blended my contour with, but lightly, because like I said, there was already product on this brush when I started blending my contour. And we've already contoured, like, with the cream, so there's no need to like go all out for that. This is supposed to be more of a blushy effect. So yeah. And now, since I already have this palette in my hand, I'm gonna use a blush from here. I think I'm gonna do this orange one because I never use that. Making this face really helps me with my blush, because it just helps me with placement and knowing exactly where it's supposed to be, and not putting it up too high or too low. It helps me put it exactly where I want it. So don't be afraid to make some faces while you're doing your makeup, because it really helps me, because I don't have naturally any shape in my face, in my jaws. So I have to make the face in order to see exactly where the contour is supposed to be and where the blush is supposed to be. And then I'm gonna take this same brush that I blended and contoured with and just go over it one more time without adding any product, just in case any shimmer from the blush I just used got down into the contour area, kind of brushing that away, because I don't want to be shimmery in my contour area. And now I'm going to take my highlight. I'm using my Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette, and I'm using Maldives right here to highlight with a fan brush. I honestly hate using a fan brush, but I won't buy a new brush to do my highlight with, so yeah. This is what I use right now. I make faces for this too. The faces really help with placement. I use an eyeshadow brush to apply the rest of my highlight. Try not to go crazy with your nose, the point of your nose highlight, just because the whole point of contouring and highlighting your nose was so that it would be slender. And if you put highlight all over the tip of your nose, that's defeating the purpose, especially if you already have a wide nose. Like, that's ruining all the work that you just did. So try to avoid that. Just keep it skinny. Like, I put mine a little wider than I wanted to, so I'm going back and making sure it's in the lines. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go over everything with my Sephora Micro Smooth and Deep. Because if you made too harsh of a line or anything like that, or had trouble blending, I feel like this kind of just corrects everything and blends everything out evenly and just kind of completes the look. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face and come back. Okay, so this is the finished look. I went ahead and did my eyebrows and my eyes and put on eyelashes, just to show you the finished look after all that highlight and contouring, because it's not necessarily cute to just highlight and contour and not do anything else after that. You can't just leave after that. You have to do everything if you're gonna do that. So here it is. Obviously, as I warned you, these two are not the same. However, I also have bad lighting. My ring light is right here because my desk is right here and my computer, and like, yeah, so it can only be on this side, so it's giving you a different look than this side, but this is usually the side that I do better with. And usually I try to use my sideburns as like a guide, but I don't think my sideburns are in the same place on the sides of my face. So but yeah, if you look at me from one side, you can't tell, but both sides look good. It's just like they're not the same. But as long as you don't look at me straight on, you won't notice. So that's it. I hope you guys like this video. Please like it, comment, and subscribe to my channel, please. I would love it if you subscribed. And yeah, thank you for watching.